Hello. So let us continue the economic survey video. So this might be the last video. Okay. So this might be the last video. So let's try to finish it. So first we will be doing with the rural development in Karnataka. So in rural development, first we will be studying about the different housing schemes. In this first one is the Rajiv Gandhi Housing Corporation Limited. What is this? This is basically an SPV, that is it is a special purpose vehicle which was actually launched in the year 2000. What is its job? Its job mainly is to implement both the rural and urban area housing schemes and of both the central and the state government. Means central government and the state government will create different schemes for housing now. So this body is the main implementation agency for all those schemes. Then we have Basava Vasati Yojana. So this was also launched in the year 2000. This is a housing scheme basically for the economic weaker sections of for all the sections of society. So here you can easily remember this is for all the sections based on the ideas of Basava. Basava means Basavanna, like he treated all castes equal. Na? So based on that, there will be no segregation. So we have Basava Vasati Yojana. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Avasa Yojana Gramina. So this is a Gramina component. So we actually in this we have two components. One is a Gramina, another one is a urban. We will see that urban component further. So this is Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen. So this was launched in the year 2016 under the Ministry of Rural Department, and its target year was actually 2022, but it has been expanded into 2025. Why? Because we lost around 2 to 3 years during the COVID, na? So the pace was reduced. So they increased the timeline from 2022 to 2025. So what is its basic aim? Its basic aim is to build Pakka houses. Its basically aim is to build the Pakka houses and provide basic amenities basically for the socio-economic weaker sections. So who are the people getting selected under this, or how are they getting selected? They are going to use the socio-economic caste census to identify the beneficiaries. Then we will be seeing Devrajara's housing scheme. So this was actually launched in the year 2014, and it is housing for the special category of people, means who are physically disabled or Divyangs, HIV affected people, Devadasis, nomadic people, Safai Karmacharis. So for these special category people, they are going to give housing, affordable housing. So what is the amount they are getting here? Here amount is important. We have to, for general category around 1.2 lakh rupees is given, and for SC/ST category around 1.5 lakh rupees is given. Then we move to Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Nivasa Yojana. So from the name only it is clear this will be mainly related to SC/ST, housing for SC/ST. So this is basically for the SC/ST community of both rural and urban area, and it was launched in the year 2015. So what we have to remember in Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Nivas Yojana is basically the amount. So this is actually the base limit is only more than the maximum limit of the Devraj housing scheme. For Devraj the maximum is 1.5 lakh. Here the base is 1.75 lakh and the maximum is 2 lakh. So this will be for the rural and this will be for the urban SC/ST. Then we will deal with, then we will see some things about the rural infrastructure. So who here we saw for housing body there was an implementing agency like RGHCL, that is Rajiv Gandhi Housing Corporation Limited. Similarly, we have here an infrastructure development agency, that is Karnataka Rural Infrastructure Development Agency. This development limited, this was actually formed in the year 2009, and this is an implementing arm for the rural area infrastructure projects. So what will be these infrastructure projects? So this infrastructure can be anything from social infrastructure or economic infrastructure or digital infrastructure. Social infrastructure means like constructing the health education related, like constructing of a school, hospital, PHCs. These can be called as social infrastructure. In economic infrastructure, that mainly aid the economic activities such as road communications, they are economic infrastructures. And digital infrastructure, is basically OFCs, like optical fiber cable connection, broadband and Wi-Fi in the panchayat. So all these are carried by Karnataka Rural Infrastructure Development Limited. Then we have Jal Jeevan Mission Har Ghar Jal. This is in central sector one. So this was launched in the year 2019, and it is only for the rural areas, and it is the Ministry of Jal Shakti. And this mainly aims to provide functional household tap connections to all the villages. That is around 55 liter per person per day will be guaranteed by the end of 2024. And one more important fact here is 100% implementation in around 8,000 villages across India. Then we have Jaladhare. This is a very similar scheme of to the center. This Jal Jeevan mission is by center. Then we have Jaladhare. This is by Karnataka government in the same year 2019, and its target is also same, but it is not for all the districts. It is basically for those districts where the government considered as they need some water stressed villages, especially for they are basically targeting four districts, that is Mandya, Vijapur, Dharwad, and Raichur. So around 53,000 crore has been allocated for 7 years from 2019 to 2016. So here the year is 2024 and here the maximum year is 2026. Then we have the Jala Amruta project. This was also launched in the year 2019 by Ministry of Rural Development. It was started mainly due to repeated droughts. So it mainly aimed to rejuvenate the water bodies and conservation of water to reduce the impact of drug, not the drug, to reduce the impact of the water, scarcity of water and drought. Then these are some facts which we will be seeing. First water body census, which was conducted by Ministry of Jal Shakti. As per this, West Bengal has the highest number of water bodies. And the sixth census on micro irrigation was also held recently, and it was found that maximum micro irrigation is practiced in Uttar Pradesh, followed by Maharashtra. Then we will see Swachh Bharat mission. We know this is the Gramin part. It was launched in 2014 under Ministry of Jal Shakti. It mainly aimed for behavioral change, open defecation free villages, and we know that who are topper in India, it is Indore, and in Karnataka it will be Mysore. Then we have Karnataka State Bioenergy Development Board. So bioenergy basically means like especially the forming of biodiesel is done by the Vaishna Bioenergy. So that is this one, Bioenergy Development Board. It was formed in the year 2019 mainly to implement the biofuel policy of Karnataka. So Ministry of New and Renewable Energy has a blending rate of around 20% at all India level, and it is for the petrol blending by ethanol, and its target is E20 by 2025. And for Karnataka the target is by 2025 also, and around 13,000 liters is achieved, while the target was around 17,000 liters, so still there is lacking by around some 4,000 liters. So these are also some of the small points which we have to remember. First is currently from December, maximum import of crude oil is from Venezuela, not Iran and all, because they are war torn. Then we for natural gas it is Russia, and the current blending rate for India is around 10%. NABARD is based on the recommendation of the Shivaraman Committee, and urban infrastructure development is under the National Housing Board and is under NHB. So this NHB further was formed in the year 1989 under Rangarajan Committee recommendation, and it also released an index called as Residex. Then we have Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Rural Energy and Development. So we don't know much about this now. So definitely this will be an older scheme. So this was launched in the year 2000 by Ministry of New and Rural Energy and RDPR Ministry. So what was its main name? It was implementation arm, especially for the energy related products. So if this scheme was earlier like the Karnataka State Bio Development Agency, which is currently now, but this is for older, this was for the older schemes. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. We have seen this one. This is under Ministry of Rural, and it mainly, no, we have not seen this. So now we are looking at some schemes related to rural communications. So first most important scheme here is Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana. This was actually an older scheme. This is actually an older scheme which was launched in the year 2000 under the Ministry of Rural. It mainly aims to develop all weather roads, especially in the rural areas, and In plains, it is going to develop the roads if the village has more than 500 people, and in the hills if the village has more than 250 people. Then we have Mukhya Mantri Gramina Raste Abhivruddhi Yojana. So this is very similar to Pradhan Mantri Gram Sadak Yojana, but this was launched recently, that is 2023, and around 7,000 crore rupee has been allocated for this. Then we have Namma Grama Namma Raste Yojana. This is an older one. This was launched in the year 2009 by the Ministry of Rural. This is also like similar, creating the all-weather roads, especially for the rural areas. One important fact here is it is funded by the Rural Infrastructure Development Fund, which is managed by NABARD. Then we have Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Scheme, which was launched in the year 2005 by the Ministry of Rural Development, and it mainly guaranteed 100 days of work, especially for the unskilled labor. It is a central sponsored scheme, and here the ratios are very important. There are two ratios. One is 90 is to 10, another one is a 60 is to 40. So the amount, that is the fees that will be paid to the laborers, in that 90% is contributed by the center and 10% is contributed by the state, while the amount that is given for the material of construction, in that 60% is given by the center and 40% is given by the state, mainly because the state government is only the beneficiary of that infrastructure, na? So they give around 60, they ask state to give around 40% here. Then we have Kusina Mane, which has a tagline of redefining childcare. It was launched in the year 2023 under RDPR ministry. So this is mainly aiming to establish child care centers in district that perform best in the MG Narega. Means there is no use in implementing the Kusinamane in all districts now, because in some districts there will be no industrial activities like Coorg and all. Like there is very limited industrial activity. Na? So in that case, there will be no need. So they are mainly targeting those districts where the industrial activity is high, and they mainly perform, mainly MG Narega is considered as that parameter. They are also regarded as a Shishu Palana Kendras, and here the children from 6 months to 3 years will be adopted. Then we have Karnataka State Rural Livelihood Promotion Society. This is the implementation arm of the National Rural Livelihood Mission. And in Karnataka, it is called as Sanjeevani or Karnataka State Livelihood Mission. It was launched in the year 2010. Then we have Rural Innovation Fund. This was launched in the year 2006, and this mainly aims to promote innovation in the rural areas in line of Elevate Karnataka. So now we have to also know what is this Elevate Karnataka. So this is basically the startup policy of Karnataka. So to keep this, mainly aims to keep the title of brand Karnataka of being the startup capital for at least next 20 years, and it aims to give 5 crore to the new startups. So basically they want to promote the startup in the rural areas. So this fund has been created, that is Rural Innovation Fund. Then we have Arivu Kendras. So basically aims to convert the traditional libraries to digital one just by adding computers and all. Then we have Grama Arogya. So this aims to prevent communicable diseases among the Narega workers. Then we have Hasiraitu Karnataka, Usiragali Kannada. This is a theme for a 50-year Karnataka naming, and this one was given by Chanveer Kanvi. Now we have completed the rural development. Now we will be seeing urban development in Karnataka. Just a minute. So let us start with the basics first. Some basics of urbanization and urban areas. So why are the urban areas important? Because they are mainly the engines of growth of our country, and around 38% of the population of our country and also Karnataka resides in the urban areas. So here we have to know two important facts. One is the district that has been more rapid in urbanization, that is Udupi, followed by Dakshin Kannada, and the slowest rate of urbanization we can see in Uttar Kannada, followed by Raichur and Gadag. Then we have to see some of the bodies. That is, first one is a Karnataka Slum Development Board. So in Karnataka, there are around 2,989 slums in Karnataka. Actually, this body was created in the year 1975 and it had a name for it as Karnataka Slum Clearance Board. So this name only looks unfair, na? Slum clearance basically means we are removing the people who do not have house. So just to clean the image, they renamed it as a Karnataka Slum Development Board in 2010. They mainly aim to provide basic amenities to the slum dwellers. Then we have KHB. We know this Karnataka Housing Board. This was formed by the act of the state government called Karnataka Housing Board Act of 1962, and this mainly is recognized as a key agency for housing across Karnataka, and it mainly categorizes all sections of the society, that is low income group, middle income group, and high income group. Then we have Rajiv Gandhi Housing Corporation Limited. We saw this one was a SPV in which was formed in the year 2000, basically for implementing the policies of the government of India and government of Karnataka, mainly dealing with the housing sector, and it was both for the urban and the rural areas. Then we have Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban component. So this one is basically by Ministry of Housing Affairs, and it also had target till 2022. It is basically for the urban poor, means economically weaker section with income of less than 3 lakh per year, lower income group with a less than 6 lakh per year, and for the middle income group who has the income of less than 18 lakh. Then how does this work? So basically they mainly help in slum redevelopment. They provide credit linked subsidy up to 6.5 to 6.5%. They also give 1.5 lakh for the construction of the house and also promote the public private partnership in the housing. And one more data, it is important, not data, concept. So when can you call something as a slum? At least there have to be 300 people and 62 houses. Pakka, no, not pakka, kacha house should be there. Then we have Vajpayee Urban Housing Scheme. So this was launched in the year 2010. It was earlier called as the Urban Australia Scheme, and it is implemented by the Rajiv Gandhi HCL. We know that, and it is housing for the urban, economically weaker sections of the urban poor. So this also has a similar function related to Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana urban component. But this is the much before one because it was launched in the year 2010. This was in, I think, 2019, I guess. Then we have Devraj Aras housing scheme. We have seen this. What is important here? It is specifically for the special category. Who are those? Handicap, leprosy cured, HIV affected, Devadasis, Safai Karmacharis, etc. And how is the funding? 1.2 lakh for general, 1.5 for SC/ST. And this is also same Ambedkar 1.75 and 1.2 and 2 lakhs, and it is for both urban and rural. Then one more scheme is there related to housing only. This is Chief Minister 1 lakh multi-story Bangalore housing program. So basically, Bangalore is a city of very high popular density. Like you can imagine, around 4,381 people stay in a kilometer on an average. So they need the space here cannot be that wide because the size of the land is limited and Bangalore cannot expand beyond a limit. So they are planning to go vertically by constructing multi-story buildings. So government is constructing these multi-story building especially for the economically weaker sections. And who will be the implementing agency? Rajiv Gandhi Housing HCL, that one. And how does this work? This works on based on the model called as self-sustaining model. In self-sustaining model, we have land which is given by the revenue department, funds which is given by the state and the central sector schemes, and PPP model is also used. Basically, this is basically no separate budgetary allocation is made for this one, but the available schemes will be utilized to their maximum efficiency so that we can create the multi-storied houses. Now let's look into the water supply and sanitation. This is important because Karnataka is an water stressed state. Actually, second most water stressed in the country. First one is Rajasthan because of its desert and all. We are the second most water stressed. We have large amount of droughts affecting us. So water supply and sanitation is very important for us. Around rupees 450 crore has been allocated in the 2023-24 budget for this water supply and sanitation. So let us look at some of the programs here. First one is the Karnataka Integrated Urban Water Management Investment Program. So this one was launched in the year 2014, and this is assisted by the Asian Development Bank, that is ADB. So what does it do? From the name only we can see that Urban Water Management Investment Program means there will be current water management system in the city. So they want to improve this one, that is modernize and expand the urban water management city. So it mainly caters to all the 314 urban areas except to those one that are managed by BBMP, because they further have the plan to improve. I think Bruhat Bengaluru, they are doing something much higher than this. Then we have Bangalore Water Supply and Sewage Board. So this we have to remember, like it was formed in the year 1964 by an act, and it covers the area of the PBMP, and it mainly aims to provide adequate water supply, and it also collects levies and collects the water charges, and it works on no profit no loss basis. Swachh Bharat Mission, we know this one. Then we have to know about Swachh Bharat Mission 2.2. Its timeline is important. Its timeline is from 2021 to 2026. So this mainly also aims to get the to continue the ODF status, garbage free cities, and create awareness. Around 5,000 crore has been allocated for Karnataka, and it is basically 50-50 contribution. Remember this one, it is not 60-40, but it is 50-50. Then we have Atal Mission for Rejuvenation for Urban Transformation, that is Amrut scheme. This was launched in the year 2015, and this is also important because here also can see 50-50 contribution is there. And here what does it works primarily on? It works mainly on water supply and sewage management in 27 cities of Karnataka. Then we have Amrut 2.2. This was launched in 2015 and it ended in 2020. So now they have to launch the revamped version of it. So it is from 2021 to 2026, and it is implemented in those cities where the population is greater than 1 lakh, and it encompasses some sub plans like water secure cities, city water balance plan, and city water action plan. Then we have smart city mission, which was launched in the year 2017, and in Karnataka there are 7 smart cities. So how to remember these 7 smart cities? They form a group of three. One, two, three. First year Bangalore and Mangalore, this is quite obvious. Then second is Hubli, Dharwad, and Belgaum. These are the cities of North Karnataka. Then followed by Tumkur, Shimoga, and Davangere. So these are generally cities of South Karnataka. So North Karnataka, South Karnataka, and two obvious ones. So these two obvious ones are Bangalore and Mangalore. North Karnataka we have Hubli, Dharwad, and Belgaum, and in the South Karnataka we have Tumkur, Shimoga, and Davangere. Now let us look into the projects related to transportation. First important one here is KRIDE, that is Karnataka Rail Infrastructure Development Committee Limited. This is actually a conglomeration of Government of India and Government of Karnataka with headquarters at Bangalore, and it was formed in the year 2021. This is basically a collaboration mainly because railway infrastructure is generally part of central sector. So Karnataka government has to collaborate with the union government for such projects. It mainly aims to create a rail infrastructure across the state to mainly boost its connectivity, and it will be implemented by the Bangalore Suburban Rural Project. Bangalore Suburban Rail Project, not Rural Rail Project. And who is its current MD? It's Dr. Manjula N. Then we have Bangalore Suburban Rail Project. So what is this? This is KRIDE is basically for entire Karnataka, right? Karnataka Rail Infrastructure Development Company. So under this, for specifically for the Bangalore city, we have Bangalore Suburban Rail Project. This was proposed much earlier actually. It was proposed in the year 1983, but it was approved in the year 2019. Mainly around 15,767 crore is allocated for this, and Larsen and Turbo is the company that has taken this project. So we have to remember these four names: Sampige, Mallige, Parijata, and Kanaka. What are these? These are basically Sampark corridors. So if they ask question, Sampige, Mallige, Parijata, and Kanaka, what are they? They are basically Sampige corridors under Bangalore Suburban Rail Project, not any name of some random girls. Then we have Namma Metro. So this is was by BMRCL, and it was launched in the year 2014. So this is the second largest operation of metro in India, first to and first underground metro in South India. First overall is Delhi Metro. Then other information is not that important. Then we have also some bus priority lanes, which are Kalyana Marga of Kalburgi. Then we have to know about some basic facts about some other bodies. So BBMP was formed in the year 1949. It has a sub company called as Bangalore Water Supply Board, where 14% is owned by Government of Karnataka and 51% by BBME. BDA basically dealing with land infrastructure, site provisioning, quality infrastructure, which it was formed in the year 1976. And a classification of town is also important because this is given in the budget. So town panchayat, the population has to be from 10,000 to 20,000. Town municipal council 20,000 to 50,000. City municipal council 50,000 to 3 lakh. City corporation greater than 3 lakh. And notified area committee. So how many are there in Karnataka? There are four notified area committee. Basically, notified area committee is basically for the industrial sector. So this industrial sector basically means the townships for they are the notified area committee. In Karnataka, we have basically four. First one is the Bhimarayanagudi in Yadgiri, Gokak, Kudremukh, and Shadabad in Kalburgi. Then some basic facts about the 15th Finance Commission grants. Around 1,282 crore has been granted, and 60% has to be compulsorily used for the water and sanitation projects, and 40% as enshrined in the 12th schedule. Then we have Chief Minister Amrutha Nagaratna scheme. This is was formed in the year 2017, and it is active in three urban local bodies. It basically aims to provide the basic infrastructure for the urban areas, basically like drinking water, road, and drainage system, footpath, etc. Then hassle-free citizen services is also given under this, and this has some important apps for example, e-Svikruti for bill payments, Asti Kanaja for digitalization of the land records, and GIS will be marked on those. Then e-Asti, that is property registration. Then we have to remember also YK Malik committee, which mainly aim to promote e-vehicles. SDG 11 is dealing with sustainable cities. Then we have next topic, that is investment and exports in Karnataka. So around 40% of the exports of Karnataka are mainly related to the electronic software and biotechnology and all. So if we rank the states based on the export value, the rank will be going like this. First one will be the Maharashtra, then Karnataka, then Gujarat. But if we include the union territories, not only the states, then Karnataka rank will be third because Delhi will be coming in the second position. Then we have to know about the KITS, that is Karnataka Innovation Technology Society. This is by the government of Karnataka, mainly to promote the investment in innovation. Then how is the investment done in Karnataka? There will be generally two aspects for investment. So one will be providing the policy for investment, and another one is the execution. So for the executive arm is basically Karnataka Udyoga Mitra. They mainly helps in the implementation of the project. So until these Karnataka Udyoga Mitra get the implementation, how will this work? So this is classified based on the funds actually. So for example, if the investment is around 15 crore, this will be the legislations and the rules related to that, everything will be done by the DCs, that is the district collectors. If the investment is from 15 crore to 500 crore, in that case it will be headed by the state level single window clearance committee, which will be headed by the ministry. For example, if some company says they want to investment in the rural roads of Karnataka, that time their investment is around 100 crore. So that time they will form a state level single window clearance committee under the Ministry of Road of Karnataka. Then we have those projects which cross around greater than 500 crore investment. Say for example, in big companies, for example Toyota and all, coming and investing in Karnataka, around 1000 crore project is there. They will be handled by state high level clearance committee, which will be handled by the chief minister. And all these three will be implemented by Karnataka Udyoga Mitra. How is the FDI flow in Karnataka? Actually, we can see a declining trend in the FDI in Karnataka. So here they have written in the billion from 2021 22 2023 24. So general trend is declining, but if you have to remember the amount, just remember for the 23 and 24, around 2844 billion dollar, that is 23,460 crores is the FDI to Karnataka. Earlier in 2021 it was 22,000 crores, so there is a decline. Karnataka has 14% share in the FDI and accounts for around 23,460 crores, especially for this year only. Then what are the schemes here? First one is the Karnataka IT policy. We just remember the timeline 2020 to 2025. Then Karnataka data center policy from 2022 to 2027, mainly to create the data centers for processing of non-critical data and for data localization. Generally, they have the capacity of around 50 megawatt and rupees 10,000 crore is investment invested here. Then we have Karnataka electronic system design and manufacturing policy. This is from 2017 to 2022, mainly aims to create electronic manufacturing clusters. Especially they have focused on two areas. One is the Mysore cluster followed by the Hubli cluster. Then engineering research and development policy 2021 to 2026 basically aims to encourage the research and development industry in Karnataka. Then we have Karnataka startup policy. So this startup policy is from 2022 to 2027. Generally, they will be for 5 years only. If it is 2022, 2022, you can just add 5 years. We'll be getting that on 2027. So was actually launched by the government of India, and in government of India has launched it in 2015, and government of Karnataka had also launched it in the 2015. Basically, they aim to provide incubation centers, mentoring, and especially for the startups. And they are currently focusing on Industry 4.2. Then we have KTech Innovation Hub, that is at the Helix Biotech Park in the Electronic City in Karnataka. And we have to remember the fact that they have won the best bio incubators in the country for 2 consecutive years. Then we have Elevate Women Entrepreneurship Program. When the name comes Elevate, we clearly know that it is something related to startup. This was formed in the year 2021, mainly aimed to increase the women participation in the startup market or promoting women entrepreneurship. Then we have some Center of Excellence. So this is a concept given by the Goswami in the year 2017. Only that much is important. Other data is not that important. Then we have Center for Internet of Ethical Things. Just to know who are the coordinators here. One is the Government of Karnataka, Triple IT Bangalore, and World Economic Forum. Then I think other data, let's see. Then we further move to biotechnology. So Karnataka's bioeconomy has grew by around 10% from 2022 to 2023 and reaching to a value of around 31 billion. And Karnataka's share at the national stage in the bioeconomy or the biotechnology is around 20.52%. From the last year it has increased, but not that great, but only marginal improvement is there, but improvement is there. And if we have to place it in a ranking, first will be Maharashtra, then Karnataka, Telangana, and Gujarat. And Karnataka is second in startup count, especially for this year. And Maharashtra is the leading 2023. Consistent growth trend surpassing the national trend. Yeah, this is for sure because we can see the improvement from 20.45 to 20.52. Then we have Karnataka Tech Innovation Hub Bio Innovation Center. Where is it? Helix Biotech Park in Electronic City, and it mainly implements the Bangalore Bio Innovation Center. Then we have information of Institute of Bioinformatics, where it is in Bangalore. Center for Human Genetics, it is also in Bangalore. And Anti-Venom Research and Development Center, where is it? Bangalore only. So all those institutes that are generally related to biotechnology have their location in Bangalore only. Then we have Karnataka Startup Amendment Program, Karnataka Startup Advancement Program, or Bio 50. They mainly aims to target around 50 startups for the next 3 years, especially in the biotechnology. Then we have to remember some of the awards that were given in the Bangalore Tech Summit of 2023. It is the 26th summit which was held in Bangalore, and its theme was also important, that is breaking boundaries, innovation from India impacting the world. And let us remember the awards. Innovator of the year, it is basically for Immunities Bio Private Limited. You can remember the code II. Innovator Immunities. Then startup of the year is Cambrian. Women entrepreneur Arna. Then we have startup of the year, which is beyond Bangalore, means not located in Bangalore, that is Cosmos. Cosmos is in the sky, so it is not Bangalore, so we can remember something like that. Startup of the year campus, means those startups that are from the college and have done well. Papers is the company name. Best social entrepreneurs are Foundation for Neglected Tropical Diseases. Then we have Karnataka Bioeconomy Report 2023 is by the Biobank, which is at the BBC in Bangalore only. Then some other facts. Exports in Karnataka. Karnataka ranks first in exports, especially for the software and services, and contribute around 41%. Then we have fourth rank in merchandise and goods, and there is a decline by around 13%. Its contribution is around 6% nationally. Then overall export of Karnataka has grew by 35% in 2022 to 2023, and Karnataka contributes around 20% to the overall export. This is for India, and this is for Karnataka. Then we have Visvesvaraya Trade Promotion Center. It was formed in the year 1971 and it was renamed in 2012. It mainly aims to implement the trade promotion initiatives of the trade promotion initiatives, and its center is in Dharwad and Mysore. Then we have GI policy, that is geographical indication policy. It was formed in the year 2019 to mainly boost the number of GI tags in Karnataka. As per the economic survey, there are 48 GI tags, and some of the important ones mentioned are Kagga rice of Malnad region, Hase Chitra, which is a Rangoli folk art, and Shiva Shivapatana sculptures of Hassan, that Belur and Halbedu. And Karnataka has 37 operational SCGs. Then, like, okay, we will see this also. Okay, rural infrastructure and infrastructure.